Yes, yes, another week, another chatterbox. My name's Dan, and we've got some of the crew with us. First of all, obviously, it's the ladies' love, Andre.
Hello, girls.
Man's flexing again, been getting them gym bits in before lockdown 2 hits us up. Obviously, the OG, the uncle, the one and only is Des Wagwan.
Yes. Still here. This still here.
You're second this week as well. How you feeling, bro? Don't
I have
know.
spoken.
Don't know. We got the bro. It's Sean. What you saying, brother?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy to be here today. Happy to be alive. Happy to be doing this. Yeah, let's get reviewing with this Mandalorian. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, don't know, man. Like Sean said, reviewing The Mandalorian, which is the popular series set in the Star Wars universe created by Jon Favreau for the Disney Plus streaming platform, which is set shortly after the fall of the Galactic Empire. The first episode sees the Mandalorian, played by Pedro Pascal, continue his quest to protect Baby Yoda from the fallen Empire until he can find him a new home. But as usual, he comes across some bumps along the way. I'm really excited to hear what you guys have got to say about this one. But before we get into the detail, was this premiere a hit or a miss for you guys?
Definitely a hit. Like I loved it from beginning to end. I loved the first season, and this episode was excellent. Ah,
Yeah, this one was a hit for me. I think they started season 2 really well. In the first episode, I really liked the opening fight scene. Yeah, so definitely a hit.
Straight up hit for me.
Now, after a successful first season, how do you guys think they've started season 2 with this first episode? And how familiar are you guys with the Star Wars universe?
you know what? This first episode was excellent. I love the combination for the Mandalorian of sci-fi, which I love, and spaghetti western, which I love. So that was all excellent. How am I familiar with the Star Wars universe? I've watched all the trilogies. There's 3 trilogies, I think, and I've watched every single one of them and the other movies. I haven't watched the Star Wars series, the Rebels and Clone Wars. I watched them, but I watched all the movies. But I'm more of a Star Trek fan, so I know more of that than Star Wars. So I won't know all the names and all stuff like that. But yeah, I'm pretty much, I know a lot though.
For me, I think they started season 2 really well in the first episode. I really liked the opening fight scene. That was really good. And the pace of the story was great too, as usual, following on from the first season. And it had some great scenes. The cinematography of the first episode was really good. They brought the Sand People into the show, which they're always interesting because I remember them from watching the original Star Wars films. I'm not a diehard fan, but I've seen pretty much all the films except the Han Solo film, Star Wars story. I've not seen that one, but hopefully I'll get around to watching that whenever I get the chance. But yeah, I really do enjoy watching Star Wars.
Star Wars has been out forever, and I've never been a true fan. I mean, I've watched a few of the films, but ask me questions about it, I'll be lost. But watching Mandalorian, I thought, wow, you know what? I need to get back on this. So that helped me to get back. I'm starting to watch them now, and I'm going back from the beginning. So thank you, Mandalorian.
So, what did you guys make of the story in this first episode? Was there anything you would have changed?
For some reason, I got a gist of what was going to happen. Perhaps it was based on a trailer that I'd seen or something, but it was kind of obvious that he was a bounty hunter. And the moment he went into that meeting place and took out the enemy to secure his bond, it was like, yeah, I was right anyway. I felt it was important to set the scene. Star Wars can become quite complicated to watch. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I've never really been interested in watching them, because there's so many of them as well. And I felt the rest of the story just followed well. And as far as I'm concerned, the timing for Yoda to do his thing was really good as well. And I think the meeting of Baby Yoda, setting the scene, was fantastic. I know that the Star Wars can be quite complicated to watch, but I'm willing to now dedicate my time, just to get into this particular series to learn more about the characters.
What did you make of Timothy Oliphant's performance as Space Sheriff Cobb Vanth? Did he hold his own in this episode alongside Pedro Pascal, who has been great, as we already know?
Yes, of course. I'm a big fan of Timothy Oliphant. He's been excellent. Like, he's always playing a sheriff or marshal. From Deadwood to Justified, which is one of my favorite shows. To this, to Fargo season 4, he's a sheriff or marshal, and to now he's another marshal in The Mandalorian. He's always excellent. He's always cool and just dangerous and he knows his role. He likes to pick these roles, and they know what roles he likes to play, and they give it to him, and he's excellent. I really loved him in this episode. Him and Pedro Pascal had a great chemistry. I just think it was a brilliant episode with both of them.
Season 1 was full of action. Has the action continued for you? And if so, what was your favorite scene?
I think the action definitely, the action is definitely still there. In episode 1. I've never seen a sand dragon before. I don't know if any of you have, on screen. And I think that was really epic. The action when they went to go and fight it was excellent. The production and special effects were superb. I think they smashed it. And I think the fans are definitely going to enjoy this one. Anyone who's into Star Wars, or even people who are not even really into it, if you just turn this on and watch it, I think you're going to be amazed by what you're seeing. So definitely the action was there, fully packed. Yeah,
you know what, Sean, I got to agree with you right there, because when I heard that you guys were going to review Mandalorian and I had to watch the whole season, I thought, damn, this is going to be long. But I put on one episode and I thought, okay, this is not bad. Second episode, and I binged the whole first season, man. I went on to the first of the second, and it was fantastic, all the way through. I just wanted to know what was happening next, what's going to happen next, what is Mandalorian's next mission. One of the good scenes for me is, I know the Sand Monster, that was epic, like you said, fantastic. But another scene for me was the fight scene with Cara, my girl, Gina Carano. Man, I would love to wrestle her. You know what I mean? But it has to be on something soft and spongy. Not no sand or nothing like that, man.
Oh,
that's the first season.
That's what I was thinking, but I love it. I love it. I know it's the first season, but I love that.
Yeah, but I had to go back to that. That was the mix for me.
I love it.
Don't worry about that. I love
it. And you know what's mad about it is that I thought the same thing watching season 1. It was like
agreed.
She's so good.
Yeah. Oh man.
Hopefully that she'll take it a bit easy on me, but I would love to wrestle with her. Yeah, definitely.
Now, the first season of The Mandalorian got mostly rave reviews, something the latest Star Wars trilogy struggled to achieve. Why do you think people have responded so well to The Mandalorian?
Because I'm new to this, so you guys are going to have to bear with me. For me, I felt the story was about survival. He was saved by a Mandalorian, and although he didn't seem to have a personality, he had a heart, and he wants to do the right thing, well, in his mind. He was quite kind of a wooden character. And the fact that he was not allowed to take off his helmet for humans, it kind of added a bit of intrigue and a dimension to his character. But he was also, he wasn't a hardened character, but he had the ability to do so, to become that. And this is something that I'm still intrigued by. I like the part played by Nick Nolte. Kuil, did I pronounce his name right? I think he was fantastic. And when he died, it kind of upset me. It really upset me because he was growing on me. He really was.
Boba Fett, who was also a Mandalorian, appeared in, the first 3 Star Wars films, in the 80s. He only had a smaller role, And we didn't really get to know much about that character. So for me, the Mandalorian story is a little bit different. He's on a different journey, to what we're used to seeing in Star Wars, and it gives us a look into the Mandalorian creed. A Star Wars fan as such, I think people would definitely love watching his journey, seeing where they're going to go with the story. I think the production and the performances of the actors has been brilliant. It's great to watch. It makes even for a more alluring story to the viewers. So I think they're just going to keep doing well. I could see a season 3, 4, 5, maybe even. People are definitely going to be watching this.
Yeah, I think the writing for the latest trilogy was not the best. I think, like, if you think about Finn, like what they're doing really with John Boyega's character, and other characters as well, actually, throughout the trilogy. I think that was, it wasn't great. And so, like, The Mandalorian was like something different, and it may be that they thought, or they felt like it was back to the old days. This is how the Star Wars used to be, and so I love what I'm seeing now with The Mandalorian. So I think it was a number of things, and I think I said, that's what it was. And I really did. I personally, like, watching it, I was like, this is just great. It's just like a Western or spaghetti Western with sci-fi, which I always love as well. And so I just enjoyed it. And so maybe people enjoy that as well. And the reasons I said before. So, yeah.
That's interesting what you guys have got to say. And on that basis, do you think maybe the Mandalorian story could have worked better as a film? Or do you think they hit it right by making it a series?
I appreciate it more as a serial because I was learning about the different writers and the directors that created the series. And I thought it was fantastic. I was reading somewhere that there was 7 different writers and directors came together to actually create this series. And that was phenomenal. So you got so many different perspectives, amazing. And there's so much talent out there. But in films, and although there can be that kind of creativity, I think it's probably easier, more interesting with shorter episodes. And so storylines can be adapted quickly. And it always leaves you looking forward to the next episode, which is like usually the following week. Unlike the films, which is like years later and then bam, it's over. So for me, Mandalorian works as a serial fantastically. And I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
You know what? I honestly think this could have worked as a film because there's a lot to the Mandalorian story. But I'm really enjoying the show. So I wouldn't really change a thing. It's something that I look forward to watching every week now. Now that I've got into it and started watching, and especially now that The Boys season 2's ended, a few other shows that I've been watching. And I also love the new characters which are being introduced into the Star Wars universe series. So, I think it's a good thing that they've kept this one as a series and not bothered to put it into a film. And to be honest with you, I think they probably will get some films out of this, with all the new characters that are coming into it. I could imagine that you're possibly going to get some films or spin-offs off of that. So it's definitely something that I think is a good thing that they're doing.
Star Wars is definitely here to stay, whether that's on your TVs, on your laptops and your mobile phones, or on the big screen. They are definitely pumping out new ideas, and maybe that venture that Disney took in taking over part of the Star Wars empire wasn't a bad idea after all. But more important than anything, how many stars are you giving it, boys?
You know what? I'm going to give it 4 stars. Like, I enjoyed it for the most part. Like, it's an excellent show. Like, but I had a few problems with it. But yeah, I'm gonna give it 4 stars.
Yeah, this is an easy one for me. I'll give it 4 stars. I didn't get bored watching this. I enjoyed it.
After watching the first episode, went on to the second, went on to the third, ended up watching the whole season and flipped over to season 2 as well. So based on that, and it kept me intrigued, kept me wanting more, I have to give it 5 stars. I have spoken.
Wow.
Hey, I'm intrigued, definitely. I'm definitely intrigued. And like I said before, Star Wars is here to stay. I know that there are a lot of people out there who love the Star Wars, everything Star Wars. They love it. I'm more of a Star Trek guy, so I'll leave it to that crowd. Don't know. Come on. I knew the ladies love to be on board with that kind of idea. Anyway, we want to hear what you guys think. Are you more Star Trek or Star Wars, Mandalorian, or do you prefer the big silver screen movie hits? We'd love to hear from you. Hit us up in the comments. While you're there, don't forget to hit that red button and the little bell next to it so you can subscribe and get alerts every time we post a new video. Also, we're on the socials. Make sure you hit us up and let us know what you think we should be watching on there. My name's Dan. This is Chatterbox. We've got the crew here. It's the ladies' love. It's Andre.
Yeah.
Dano, OG, Des, Wagwan.
Keeping it
Real
real.
talk. It's the brother, Sean.
Peace.
Yeah, peace and love, people. This is Chatterbox.
I have spoken.